Hey everyone, I'm Najam Ahmed, founder of SEO International. We're a Google partner digital marketing and AI training consultancy based right here in Dubai Marina. Now, having operated since 2008, I've had the real privilege of working with over 1,300 companies and training upwards of 9,000 professionals all across the UAE and the broader GCC. I designed this explainer specifically to cut through all the noise out there. We are absolutely not going to talk about complex code today. Instead, drawing directly on my personal consulting experience, we're going to look at AI strictly through the lens of pure business strategy. So let's dive right in.
You know, what I consistently see out there with clients is a pretty jarring reality. Everyone wants AI right now. Literally every board is demanding it. But in my experience, only 10% of organizations actually succeed in transforming their workforce. That leaves a massive 90% struggling with implementation, just wasting time and burning through budgets without seeing any real returns. So we really have to ask, why is this failure rate so staggeringly high?
Well, the core reason for this massive gap is a fundamental misunderstanding of what AI is actually meant to do. Most leaders treat AI like it's just an IT issue. They use it for mere optimization, doing the exact same old things, just a little bit faster. But what I always tell my executive clients is that AI is, at its core, a leadership challenge. The real value lies in innovation, doing entirely new things that literally were never before possible. If you're just using AI to write your emails 10% faster, I promise you, you're missing the entire picture.
And honestly, the clock is ticking. We are right in the middle of a critical inflection point. 2024 was all about basic awareness, but as we move through 2025 and look toward 2027, this is the window where the entire market is going to be redefined. Aligning your organizational AI strategy today with major regional initiatives like Vision 2030 in Saudi Arabia or the UAE's digital economy goals, that is absolutely going to dictate whether you lead your industry for the next decade or just become irrelevant.
So, how do we cross this adoption gap and do it fast? Well, I always introduce my clients to what I call the human-to-machine or H2M scale. It's this foundational framework that completely clarifies exactly where your human talent belongs and where the machine needs to take over. The absolute biggest fear I hear from executives is AI going to replace us? And the answer is no. But leaders who use AI will absolutely replace those who don't. This scale eliminates all that fear by drawing a crystal clear line between human intuition and machine efficiency.
When we run our live workshops, mapping out use cases on this scale is a total light bulb moment. It instantly demystifies AI across every department. Take marketing, for example. The machine handles all the heavy data analysis and the initial drafting, but the human firmly owns the brand voice. In HR, AI does the incredibly tedious resume screening, while your human leaders own the empathy and culture building. It's exactly the same in finance and at the executive level. It shows your department heads right away that AI isn't here to take their jobs, it's just here to take their busy work.
Okay, so once your team actually understands their roles, they need the right tools. And let's forget about the complex jargon. At SEO International, we ensure leaders are entirely comfortable applying live tools to turn hours of deep research into just minutes of work. ChatGPT is incredible for instantly drafting memos. Claude, that's actually my personal favorite for analyzing massive PDFs for executive insights. Google Gemini handles charts beautifully. Microsoft Copilot puts AI directly inside Word and Excel. And Notebook LM literally turns your internal documents into a personalized research assistant. It's a game changer.
But here's a really crucial point. The market is completely flooded with new AI tools every single day, and software vendors are going to aggressively pitch your IT teams. Before you spend a single dirham on new software, I highly recommend using a reusable AI vendor scorecard. We provide this to our clients to ruthlessly evaluate a tool's actual business value. Don't buy AI just to say you have AI. Buy it because it passes a strict, rigorous test of security, scalability, and genuine ROI.
Now, moving beyond just buying individual tools, you absolutely need a system. I use a very specific 5-step organizational framework to help companies scale AI safely across the entire business. It starts with building baseline AI literacy for everyone. Then, you form a cross-functional AI council with actual real authority. You develop strict policies, conduct impact assessments on every single workflow, and finally build a dynamic AI roadmap. If you skip these steps, well, you're going to end up right back in that failing 90% we talked about earlier.
Actually, I want to jump back to step 3 from that framework for a second. Developing policies, because it is urgently important. Shockingly, only 38% of organizations currently have responsible AI policies in place. Think about what that means. That means 62% of companies have employees blindly pasting confidential corporate data, private client lists, and financial projections into public AI tools with absolutely zero guardrails. As a leader, you simply cannot afford that kind of risk. Governance has to be established immediately. And look, as you lock down that governance, you also have to fundamentally change how you talk about AI internally. What I consistently see is leaders walking into boardrooms talking about the tech expense, worrying over software limits and monthly subscription costs. Honestly, that's a fantastic way to get your budget rejected. You need to shift the conversation entirely to an AI ROI measurement model. You need a rock-solid, board-ready formula that clearly justifies the financial return, the sheer hours saved, and the massive productivity gains.
Of course, all this strategy is completely useless without execution. Your focus right now, the minute this explainer finishes, should be on a concrete 30-day action plan. First, draft a clear AI vision statement for your organization. Second, identify elements of the future of work that you can actually control. Third, don't just generically tell your team to use AI, give them specific, immediate tasks using the tools we just discussed. And finally, lock in a follow-up with your department heads a month from now to troubleshoot. Make it real.
At SEO International, we've found that when business owners actually implement these exact organizational strategies, everything changes. They finally take control of their growth, and they stop wasting money. Just recently, after one of our sessions, a client named Sagi Halmi told me that the secret isn't in being a tech genius at all. It's in having the complex world of AI broken down into easy-to-understand, implementable business strategies. That is what creates a true competitive advantage.
So I'm going to leave you with one final critical thought today. As you look towards shaping your company's future, maybe by joining one of our upcoming strategic workshops right here in Dubai Marina, or even booking a customized in-house session for your leadership team, ask yourself, what is your legacy going to be in this new era? Will you proactively lead the AI shift in your organization, or will you wait, hesitate, and ultimately be left behind? The choice is entirely yours. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.